Hello, my name is Josh Obert, and I am a GIS analyst with the ACPF National Hub. In this video, we're going to discuss the Visual Flowpaths tool. The results of this tool will be used to help with the hydroconditioning process. The output is a line feature that represents a flow path with a minimum area threshold set. Once that minimum threshold has been reached, the flow network begins to delineate. The flow paths will be used in the hydroconditioning process to see where the lines do not line up with true existing channels. We'll know where cuts are needed or maybe dams are needed to correct this flow. The result is visually similar to symbolizing your flow accumulation raster by classifying two break values. To run the Visualize Flowpaths tool, we'll go over to our catalog window within ArcGIS Pro and expand our ACPF Toolbox and the DEM preparation drawer, and we'll double click on Visualize Flowpaths, which is the fourth tool within that DEM preparation drawer. This tool has three inputs: D8 flow accumulation and flow direction rasters, and a minimum area threshold in acres. This threshold is defined as the area of upstream drainage. For example, if you entered 5 acres, the flow path will be delineated from the points where 5 acres of flow has accumulated to the outlet of the watershed. The smaller the threshold, the more extensive your flow paths will be. In other words, further up in the watershed, that is where the initiation points will be. If your D8 flow accumulation raster is located in your map, you can choose it from the drop-down for input D8 flow accumulation. In this example, that raster is not currently in our map, so we will click on the folder icon next to this drop-down. This will allow us to navigate to our geodatabase to select our flow accumulation. In the selection window that appears, click on Folders in the left panel of the window. Double-click on ACPF Data, and then double-click on our geodatabase, and then single-click on our D8 flow accumulation raster. We'll then click OK at the bottom of this window. The flow accumulation populates within our first input, and also our flow direction is populated because it's able to recognize that it is from the same geodatabase. Our third input is our area threshold. We are going to enter 10 acres and click the empty area that is below the tool. Our one output is our flow paths layer. This layer incorporates our area threshold setting into its name. It is named flowpaths underscore our value, which in this case is 10, and then AC for acres. If we had entered 10.5 acres, the name would stay 10 AC, as it is rounded to the nearest integer since we cannot have periods in our file's name. However, for this example, we are not going to run the tool on 10 acres. We are going to actually run it on 2 acres. So we will change our 10 value to 2 in the area threshold input. We can see our name has now changed to underscore 2AC. And we will go down to the run button that is at the bottom of the window, click it once to run the tool. Once the tool has completed running, our result has been added to the map. We can give it some color to help show our flow paths against our DEM, hillshade, and impeded flow. Select our flow paths layer in the table of contents on the left and click the Symbology tab in the right panel to open the Symbology window. We will change the color of our flow paths to an orange color. In the Symbology window, click on the colored line next to Symbol, and then click the Properties tab. Click the color selection box next to color and click Color Properties. The color editor window will open. The last input option is for hex number, and we will enter F46D43 into this input. Click OK to accept these changes, and then click Apply at the bottom of the Symbology window. We can now see our flow lines before any hydroconditioning has been done, and using this output, in conjunction with the impeded flow output, our hillshade, and aerial imagery, we can start to see where cut and dam lines will be needed. For example, if we were to zoom into one of our areas where there is some impeded flow, we can see that we have the skating rink effect because there is no cut line across the roadway to reduce the impeded flow. To recap, we ran the Visualize Flowpaths tool using our flow accumulation and direction rasters. Flow paths with a contributing area set when we ran the tool were visualized for how the flow would run before any hydroconditioning has occurred.